Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. In the last class we have studied about the construction and working of the Daniell cell, and also I have told that the reaction stops after 3 to 4 minutes. So in the today's class we are going to study about the why the reaction stops after 3 to 4 minutes. So consider the two beakers. It is the beaker number 1 and it is the beaker number 2, in which in the left beaker we have taken a zinc sulfate solution, and at the right beaker we have taken a copper sulfate solution. In the zinc sulfate solution we have introduced a zinc rod, and in the copper sulfate solution we have introduced a copper rod, and both they are connected through the metallic wire. At the middle we have connected the voltmeter. So the anode is connected to the negative terminal of the voltmeter, and the anode cathode, that is the right side cathode, is connected to the positive terminal of the voltmeter, and this is through external. So at the beginning, in the zinc sulfate solution, the zinc ions and SO4 minus 2 ions both are there. So actually zinc sulfate is an electrolyte. Electrolyte means the compound which will be dissociated into its constituent ions. Zinc sulfate means Zn plus 2 ions are there and SO4 minus 2 ions are there. Both are equal in number. I am telling at the beginning. But in the CuSO4, it is also an electrolyte. Copper plus 2 ions are there and SO4 minus 2 ions are there. Both they are equal in number. So at the right hand side, what is the taking place? Whether the oxidation is taking place or reduction is taking place. At the left hand side, oxidation is taking place. At the left hand side, oxidation is taking place. Hence we will call anode, and it is represented by negative or minus. And at the right hand side, the reduction is taking place. As we already know, oxidation means it is the loss of 2 electrons or more than 2 electrons or 1 electron. The number is not dependent, but only the loss is going on, carrying on. So here zinc is releasing the 2 electrons by converting it into Zn plus 2 ions. So here it is undergoing oxidation, means here already zinc sulfate is there, means Zn plus 2 ions are also there and SO4 minus 2 ions are also there. Along with that, by undergoing oxidation, 2 ions of this anode are coming into the solution, and hence number of zinc ions are going to increase. Why? Because the electrolytic or the solution ions plus anode ions. So 2 electrons are passing through this metallic wire, and the 2 ions are going into the solution. Hence the number of ions of the zinc are going to increase with respect to the sulfate ions. So here in the cathode, it is undergoing the reduction. Those 2 electrons are moving through this metallic wire and they will come to this cathode, and copper sulfate solution means in which copper plus 2 ions and SO4 minus 2 ions are there. Those Cu plus 2 ions will be taken up by the 2 electrons that are coming from here, and they are deposited on the surface of this cathode, So here copper plus 2 ions are depositing here and converting it into atomic copper, and remaining what type of the ions are left in the solution? SO4 minus 2 ions are going to increase. The concentration of SO4 minus 2 ions are going to increase with respect to the copper. So this Zn plus 2 ions are increasing, means it is a what type of the electrolyte? Positively charged electrolyte. SO4 minus 2 ions are increasing, means it is an negatively charged electrolyte. So positively charged electrolyte. So here in the Zn plus 2 ions are more with respect to the SO4. All are Zn plus 2, maximum number. So what will happen next means Zn plus 2 ions are positive and the anode is negative. Why? Because it is connected to negative. Negative means it is negatively charged. So positive and negative, they will get attracted, and the Zn plus 2 ions, they will get attracted and deposit on the surface of this anode. And here SO4 minus 2 ions are present in large number, and again it is a cathode means positive. Positive negative attract, and again the SO4 minus 2 ions will get deposited on the surface of this cathode. So what will happen? So if the Zn plus 2 ions are get deposited on this anode, it will not give the permission the electron to move further. Why? Because electron is negative and the Zn plus 2 ions are positive. Positive negative attraction. So Zn plus 2 ions will not give the permission for electron that are liberating from oxidation process. So hence the electron would not move. In case by chance any electron is moving, so SO4 minus 2 ions are negative, and in case by chance the electron will come here, so SO4 minus 2 ions are also negative and the electron is also negative, negative repulsion. So here the cathode is not allowing or giving the permission for electron to come, and the anode is not giving the permission for electron to go. So both are simultaneously. So hence when the electron will flow, in what the cases the electron will flow, then only the if and only if the zinc ions are coming into the solution or they are removed from this anode, then only the electrons will move easily. Why? Because Zn plus 2 ions are depositing on the surface. So Zn plus 2 are positive and the electrons are negative. Then only the electrons are not moving. So to avoid that, if we made the Zn plus 2 ions to go into the solution, then the electrons can move easily. To make that, we have to introduce another one negative ion, but not directly through this salt bridge. So it is a U-shaped tube. It is the U-shaped tube that we have to invert in one beaker and one beaker. In both the beakers of the two ends, and the mouth of the U-shaped tube is plugged with cotton, and the paste is filled with KCl or NH4NO3, that is ammonium nitrate or potassium chloride electrolyte. They are in the which form? Means gel form. They are in the gel form. And the mouth of the U-shaped tube is plugged with cotton. So here, if we consider KCl, it will be dissociated into its K++ Cl- ions. So Zn plus 2 is positive in charge, and what charge we require if it dissociates? So the Cl- ion will come here and it will get attracted to the Zn plus 2, and those Zn plus 2 ions will come into the solution and the solution will become electrically neutral. So here it is a negatively charged electrolyte. What type of the ions will go into the solution? Means K+. SO4 minus 2 is negative and the K+ is positive. So hence the positive ions will go into the solution and they will get attracted to the SO4 minus 2, and the SO4 minus 2 again they will come back into the solution and the electrons can move easily. Why? Because Zn plus 2 ions, they have gone into the solution. When they will go? By introducing a Cl- ion from the inert electrolyte, that is KCl. Why I am telling the inert? Inert means that is unreactive. Means this electrolyte should not mix with this electrolyte, but they will maintain their electrical neutrality. Means positive and negative they will get attracted, but they should not mix. That's why we are using the inert electrolyte. So this is the significance of the salt bridge. So next one is, what are the significance of the salt bridge? Means why we are using the salt bridge? Bridge means it will connect to the two beakers. So first one is it completes the circuit. So why we are telling it completes the circuit? Means the anode and cathode are connected through the metallic wire by externally and internally by salt bridge. So it is one circuit. So when the circuit is complete, then only the electrons will move. So hence it will complete the circuit. And the second one is it will maintain electrical neutrality. It will maintain electrical neutrality. Electrical neutrality means Zn plus 2 ions are there, means it will send Cl minus ions. So SO4 minus 2 ions are there, means it will send K plus ions. So positive negative they will the charges are balanced. Otherwise the previous one, the electrolyte is positively charged was, and here the electrolyte was SO4 minus 2 or negatively charged was. But by introducing the salt bridge, the solution will become electrically neutral. This is the two significance of the salt bridge.